All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man, Jay. So, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has been great, but it seems like ever since Apple introduced this macro video here with the wide angle lens, it is now a thing. And so I personally don't like the auto effect, but if you go into your settings, you can actually turn it off. So I was totally wrong about this. As many times as I've been in my Apple, my phone settings, I never noticed that option at the bottom of the display when you go into the camera settings. Now, there is an update coming in 15.2, thanks to the people that enlightened me on that. Right now, I'm on 15.1.1 or something like that, 1.3, I'm not sure. But there is an update coming to where you can actually control this directly from the camera app. So you won't have to go into settings and turn this function on and off. Now, there's a little bit of a bug because I was messing with it yesterday and it never worked. It stayed off even when it was set to auto. So after a reboot, and here we are the next day, it's actually back to doing the auto. Now, I don't mind this so much. It's just a little annoying, but being able to turn it off is actually a good thing. And now that I know that, after fumbling around with the phone for a little bit, because I definitely don't claim to be an expert on any of the devices that I have, at least I know I can turn it off. Now, apparently there was something floating around the internet where people were wanting this in the settings of the camera, and it is coming in 15.2. I believe that's in open beta right now, so people are testing it out, kind of saying whether it's good or not. Hopefully it's good, but the macro video, I still don't know why a person would want to shoot macro video or why this is important now. Wait, let me back up. Let's rewind. It's important now because Apple said it's important. But before that, macro shots where people took them all the time, but macro video, it seems like that when Apple says something is good, everyone says, yes, this is good, and we agree. Well, sometimes Apple does get things right. Now, while I probably wouldn't use macro video a lot, it is in fact very cool to be able to have it switch on the wide angle camera and get extremely close to your subject and still have a very clear video. Now, unfortunately for iPhone 13 people, this is only available on the Pro models, and it's actually pretty cool to have, even though I won't use it very often. So the iPhone 13 Pro's cameras have just been fantastic to me. This iPhone 13 Pro Max has been great. Everything about it, especially with the cameras for videography. I've been using these cameras and my iPad mini 6 to record nearly everything on the channel. I'm being honest. I figured out my lighting and I figured out the angles, and now I've been using the iPad mini 6 predominantly. Like, all the videos that you see are predominantly from the iPad mini 6. That's fantastic for a camera. I like the viewfinder on the iPad mini 6. And, obviously the cameras on the iPad is not as good as the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but if you look really close, you might be able to tell which one I'm using. But folks, when I tell you, nearly 95% of the videos being shot on the channel for those top-down shots are all the iPad mini 6. Now, obviously, if you see some really sharp video, it's probably, and like I'm getting really close, and I need to do that for some reason, it's probably going to be the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I was in a stream recently, earlier today at the recording of this video, and they were kind of talking about the best wide angle camera, and I actually kind of give that to Apple for that functionality. The fact that I can flip on the wide angle shot and get still crystal clear video is actually pretty cool. So Apple fans, rejoice. No, I'm not converting over or anything like that, but I'm just giving credit where credit is due. I'm learning that the cameras on here are actually fantastic. So it's your man Jay. How do you feel about macro video? Will you start to do more now that Apple says it's cool? Do you want other phones to be able to do it? Because obviously, a question I'm starting to get now, can the Pixel 6 Pro do macro video? I think it's just a little bit of sarcasm on their part because they know that the phones don't have it. That's just a little shade, I guess. But fact of the matter is, Pixel 6 Pro still has great video cameras, and that remains to be seen. So Apple, you get a nudge for great video at all angles, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.